Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Build the Boss podcast. The podcast that is dedicated to helping you become the best version of yourself, achieve success in life, and reach your max potential. It is a very gloomy day, and I'm feeling very gloomy on the inside. But it's okay, because we're gonna keep pushing through. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're having a oh my god. I am very, very tired of life. I should not be saying that on the internet, but it's okay. It's okay. We embrace the imperfections of life and we keep pushing. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope life is treating you well. Happy 8-month anniversary, by the way. Today is episode 32 of the podcast. So I just wanted to say a big thank you for all of the love, all of the support, for helping this podcast and this community grow to where it is today. And really the fact that we've been able to grow such a wonderful community, such a supportive community means so much. And I really appreciate every like, every comment. Honestly, words cannot describe just how much it means. You guys are really the light to my fire and help me push through when life gets tough. So I am forever going to be grateful for each and every one of you who listens to the podcast in every episode. Hi. Anyways, if you haven't followed the Insta, make sure to follow at Build the Boss Podcast. Lots of good stuff on there. Make sure to share with the friends so that we can grow the community, so that we can get more people on their personal development journeys, so that they can become the best versions of themselves, so that we get more people becoming the best versions of themselves in the world, so that we can have a better and brighter future. Anyways, yeah. Make sure to leave a review as well. It would really mean a lot because the more Spotify sees, the more this podcast is promoted and we can get more people on their journeys. Anyways, so today's episode is on a topic that I feel very connected to, okay? And I feel like in order to, but it is a fact. In order to build the boss within, you gotta recognize that not everything is going to be picture perfect and positive 24/7, okay? And that you are going to face some people that are going to make you feel like a POS, and you are going to face some obstacles in life. And not everything's going to be picture perfect, right? Today we're going to be talking about rejection. Woo! So we love being rejected. And no, I'm not talking about being, well, you know what? Rejection as a whole. It's not just being rejected from a date out with a girl when you ask them out on a date. It's not just being rejected for a job. It's just rejection as a whole. Because no matter what you're rejected for, it ultimately will have the same type of scar. Because here's the beauty with rejection and just negativity as a whole in life, you guys. You're gonna face people in your life that aren't gonna be satisfied with who you are. So there's two options. There's either the people that just genuinely don't like something about you, and then there's people that are jealous of you and are projecting their own insecurities and they see something within you that they are lacking, and so rather than choose to praise you for it or admire you for it, they want to turn that light off, and they have a scarcity mindset in the sense that they believe that there isn't enough of a certain thing in the world, and so they choose to project it as rejection. Now that is more of a jealousy, envy type of situation. But then there's rejection just in general, where people are genuinely just not happy with you. And here's the thing. You gotta accept that in life, there are going to be ups and downs, and there are going to be certain individuals that are genuinely just not gonna like you. And acknowledging and accepting that is really, really hard. And no matter how much you try to deny it, it just won't. Eventually, it's gonna get the best of you, and your emotions and your ego is just going to take charge. Okay? And so, dealing with rejection can be quite a hassle. And I just wanted to say that really rejection is not something to feel ashamed about. It is not something to worry too much about. Rather, you can learn from rejection in the sense that it's an opportunity for you to grow. It's an opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself and to learn from a certain experience. Now, many people are afraid of rejection and they choose to stay within their comfort zone and not be their true selves, and in a sense be quote unquote normal, just because of the fact that they are too scared of being rejected. And how can we put this into a putting this into perspective? For example, not you really wanting to wear that pink bow, but not that pink bow is back. You really want to wear that pink bow, but embracing the authenticity and ultimately not letting others' opinions get the best of you. Because if you were to live life for what is the point of living your life if you are living it for someone else? I mean, you may overthink about what others are thinking you to be, but ultimately, people are too busy hyperfixating on themselves and their own lives that the last thing, once you leave a room, I'm gonna be harsh reality, but I'm gonna be flat out honest with y'all. They are not gonna think about you anymore. Don't fear the rejection, because it's gonna help you grow stronger. Recognize your insecurities and move past past them to achieve your goals. Use rejection as a tool in your life. Don't let it torment you, okay? And really, your self-worth is not determined by your achievements. That is something you really need to grill into your brain. And society is so good at making us feel like it is otherwise, but that's not true. That's not the case. Okay? Just because you weren't accepted for a certain job, or just because a certain person that you tried asking out for a date didn't accept your request, does not mean that you are unworthy and um yeah, that you are unworthy and essentially not worth love and compassion. First of all, you don't need anyone else's love in order to be worthy. You are worthy of love yourself, and no one else's love is going to fulfill you the way your own love for yourself is going to. Okay? So love yourself, and I know it's easier said than done, but believe me, those pink sticky notes are real. It's something about the color pink in this in my podcast episodes. I don't know. It's the pink bows, pink sticky notes. I mean, thank God our brains. Oh, I mean, our brains are kind of pink too. If you think about it, but then our brain is a monkey. Alrighty, it's fine. But you know, ultimately, identify your fears and dance with them. That's how I like to look at it. On my end. Really, it's about letting go of the fear of rejection, because without the rejection, you won't be able to relish in your successes. Without the rejection, you won't be able to recognize the importance of success and the true feeling of pleasure that comes with it. Because remember, without the dark times, you will never be able to understand and embrace and enjoy and love the bright times of life, right? And so with rejection, ultimately, it's about recognizing that you're not going to be able to please everyone. And that's the thing with people pleasing. I am going to be very open and say that I spent most of my life when I was younger trying to people please. And every single time, how much fulfillment I had within me just got less and less and less and less. And this is because every time I tried to people please, I'd please certain individuals, but then I wouldn't please others. Like, for instance, I'd please my parents, but then I wouldn't please society. I'd please society, I wouldn't please my parents. So it was kind of like the scale would never be balanced. And so, really, as I've grown up, I have started to embark on a personal development journey and growing myself rather than guilt tripping myself. Ultimately, I've begun to learn that I won't be able to please anyone, so it's best for me to try to please myself as much as I possibly can by taking the right actions that will help lead to a better and more disciplined and more self-aware me. Okay? One thing to know about your personal development journey, by the way, before I continue, is that you are constantly on your personal development journey. Your personal development journey and growing yourself should not end until the second you die. So many people think, I feel like I might do an episode on this later on. But so many people think personal development and self-care and self-love and self-awareness is well, not self-awareness, but self-care and self-love and growing yourself is, applying for a job or achieving something good in life, or for in terms of self-care, going out on a date with yourself and taking yourself out for dinner or doing a face mask or I don't know, something like that. But no! Personal development is all like growing yourself is personal development, and growing yourself is not just in for teenagers eating and growing muscles and going through puberty and shit. No, it's personal development and self-development as a whole is overcoming obstacles in life, learning lessons, and taking the right actions in the present moment. It can be being the bigger person in a relationship when there is conflict. It can be doing your homework when everyone around you is doing their doing, I don't know, stuff they shouldn't be doing in class, doing your homework in class. But if you think about it, sometimes you do your homework in class. But really, in terms of rejection, it's not, you gotta recognize that it's not a measure of your worth. It's not a measure of your ability. And really, you shouldn't be afraid of hearing the word no. And hearing the word no should not come with this nauseating feeling and this feeling of overwhelm and feeling like you need to punish yourself. Rather, it helps us, hearing no helps us step out of our comfort zone, and that is a good thing. And it helps us take risks and push ourselves, because the more we step out of our comfort zones, the more we'll be able to grow, the better we'll be able to become. So really, in life, embrace rejection. Don't let it stop you, and ultimately use it as a learning experience and an opportunity to grow. Face rejection head on in your life and say yes to new things. See rejection as a way to learn and improve, and really don't let it stop you from working harder in life. Use that feedback and use it to work harder and keep pushing yourself to become a better version of yourself. And don't let it get the best of you. Okay? For today's assignment, I think rejection is something difficult to come up with an assignment with. But you guys, for this week's assignment, the Build the Boss podcast assignment for this week is for you to, I'm pretty sure I've done something like this in the past before, but why not? Why not again? I challenge you guys to do 5 things back to back in a single day that make you step out of your comfort zone. And just to change it up, they need to be surrounding other people. Okay? And stepping out of your comfort zone can mean different things. But do 5 things that you would instantly say a big no to, just because you don't want to be rejected by others. I'll leave you guys with this, okay? If you choose to not do something in your life because you fear being rejected by others, you are essentially living life for others, and you are living others' lives for them. So go live your flipping life and don't let your monkey brain get the best of you. Okay? Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Make sure to do the assignment and don't let others get the best of you, okay? You go, you slay, honey. You ask that person out, they reject you. Screw them, okay? You go and ask someone else out. And if they don't want to go out with you, you go take yourself out on a date. You are worthy of that. You go to McDonald's or wherever you wanted to go to for dinner, get yourself a 4-course meal, sit down, eat it up, or go out. You don't need others' love and you don't need others' presence to go embark on fun experiences, okay? If you are rejected from a job, it doesn't that place is not the only place. Go give your resume somewhere else. And if they don't accept it either, don't worry about them. You start your own business. Start doing something that you love. And over time, if you don't give up on it, if you keep pushing, who knows? You might become the owner of a multi-million-dollar online company. Just keep going, my love. See you guys next week. Thank you guys so much for listening. Till next Monday.